Guys, Brian back here with Singularity Agix update. Alright, we have gotten a breakout here. This thing ended up just back testing here. Okay, came right down here, back tested the breakout beautifully, and it's starting on its way up here. Okay, so far in this move, right from the breakout to this point, okay, we're up 13%. The whole move ended up being 23%. Alright, right now we're just having a little bit of a pullback on the RSI. This thing has got a long ways to go. Okay, this wedge was a long time coming. This thing formed back in the beginning of February, and the longer you are in a pattern, the stronger the breakout. Okay, so I expect this thing to really start blasting out of here pretty soon. I'm going to show you why. Number one, okay, if we go up here, I want to show you Bitcoin dominance. This thing ended up, we talked about this thing possibly double topping. Alright, if we zoom in here on the 4 hour, I apologize, having a couple storms where I'm at, messing with my Wi-Fi a little bit here, but you can see it did double top, hit here and up here. Then we lost this trend line, thing rolled right over, lost the main trend line down here and fell through that. Okay, so that's good to see. We want to see Bitcoin dominance drop excuse me, without the price of Bitcoin collapsing. Alright, Bitcoin itself has just consolidated this tight trend. I'm going to show you this. Look at this thing just going sideways in here. This is the 4 hour chart. Had this breakout, and you know, kind of like if you go on the daily, kind of looks like a bull flag or something forming in here. Okay, you can connect a few trend lines through there and see the, I'll show you real quick what I'm talking about, instead of just, you know, you can see through here, you got some lines possibly, and right down, you know, right up through here you got some, you know, they're zigzagged through here, but they're in there, and kind of bull flagging, waiting for its next move out of here. Okay, this massive move here, obviously the RSIs had to cool off a little bit, but holding this zone beautifully. 31,500 bucks, that's the level excuse me, that's the level we really need to flip here to make this thing really interesting. Okay, so if we don't flip that, then this whole thing could be a bull trap, which I don't believe it is. All right, the daily RSI is just trying to flip back up here. You can see that thing is starting to curve over, but the weekly, that's the one we've been waiting for a very, very long time. Look at that, down at the bottom, heading up, beautiful. Last time was back last Thanksgiving. Okay, but this thing was down at the bottom where it's at right now, so it takes a long time for these weeklies to get reset, and Bitcoin is finally there. Alright, so let's move down through here. We got the DXY coming. That thing is starting to print a lower high. Alright, we're not going to dig into the chart. I'm just going to show it to you there real quick. You can see it. We talk about this thing every video. We had this high over here, and we had this high. Now we have a lower high starting down here. All right, you can see that weekly RSI starting to spin back up, but the daily RSI is flipping over bearish there. You can see it's at an 80.3 and an 80.0 right now, but any time here tomorrow morning, I'm sure that thing's probably going to roll over and flip bearish. So let's move down through here. We got the total 1 and the total 2 market cap. Them things are on breakouts. You can see here, this is the total crypto market cap. It was forming a wedge pattern up here, and it has broken out of that also. Okay, like a bull flag. It was bull flagging up here. I'm sorry. You had this breakout, flagpole and a flag. You know, it's a breakout. So we're really expecting this thing to start going. As soon as Bitcoin starts moving, this thing is really going to start going. You know, Bitcoin's shown a lot of strength, consolidating around that 30,500 bucks. That's awesome. That would, you know, usually you get especially this whole bear market, you get a little pump out of Bitcoin, then it would lose it all in a day or two. Couldn't hold anything. All right, this is the total market cap without Bitcoin. You can see the breakout of this wedge. Got the back test here. Okay, pull that right down there. Got the back test, and this thing's getting ready to go itself. The daily RSI on it is getting a little bit up there, but the weekly, once again, these weeklies mean everything. You can see it's at the bottom here and heading up, so It's looking beautiful also. Let's move down here to AGIX and get a look at this thing. Alright, this is the weekly on AGIX. Look at the RSI on that. Look down at the bottom there. You know, if you're not convinced that this market's heading for a big move, look at that down there. It's at a 13 and an 8. Okay, so this thing is it's got a massive move coming. I believe as soon as Bitcoin flips at 31,500 bucks, these coins are really going to start going. All right, we have the daily RSI at a 83 and a 72, still bullish. Okay, let's look at the smaller time frames and see where these are at. You got the 12-hour correcting. You got the 8-hour. Let's see where the 8's at. You got the 8-hour correcting and the 4. See where it's at. Okay, it's almost at the bottom. Kind of expected this thing to possibly come back down to the you know, somewhere, you know, 0.2377 to the 0.225 area. Get these RSIs to correct a little bit. Of course, if Bitcoin takes off from here, this thing's gonna go. I mean, it's just gonna take off from here. Absolutely guaranteed. Sure of, you know, nothing's guaranteed in life or crypto. I don't give financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, but my eggs are in the basket of this thing really gaining some traction here this week. Okay, now if we pull it, if we zoom out here, it's kind of you know, and you look at that chart. I don't think you need somebody on YouTube to tell you what that looks like. You know what I mean? It's just a measured move of this chart right here. All right, let's see what it would be. You know, if a measured move of that would put this thing back up at 48, almost 49 cents. You know, and if we tie that in with a Fibonacci, let's put a fib on top of that and see where that would take us on a fib level. Right up to the 702. Look at that, perfectly. Alright, so, yeah, things looking fine to me. Like I said, I don't think you need some guy on YouTube to tell you that. Please hit the like and subscribe, guys, and I will talk to you very soon. Have a great night, everybody. Thank you so very much for watching my video, and I'll talk to you soon.